for giving me this opportunity. Uh, so over here, we are gathered to understand what is generative AI and how today's things are revolving around it. So we will be able to see what is happening in the current world, how generative AI changing the potential from the individual level to a corporate level. Okay. Then we will see how you can leverage yourself with these kind of AIs. Okay. We will do some mock-ups. Okay. So for this, what I will do, I will take some examples from the audience, and then we will see how we can achieve that particular thing if it is in the capabilities of generative AI. Okay, so can anyone tell me what is generative AI first? Anyone in the chat, please let me know what is generative AI. Just a single definition of what is generative AI, and then I will explain it to you. Okay, no issues. If you have any query, just let me know. I am sharing the screen where I will draw some figures so that you people will imagine that out, that what is generative AI and how we will do things. So first of all, before going to the generative AI thing, we need to understand what is basically traditional AI. Okay, so in traditional AI, what will happen when we will work with traditional AI? There is a lot of data, okay, on which we will train our model. So this is a AI model, right? This is a AI model. So we will train it on this particular data set, and we will ask this particular model a particular question, let's say Q1, and this particular model will predict a value based on how we have trained that particular model. So this is what traditional AI do. So let's take an example. ISIE India is running a educational platform where what they have some data of students, how many webinars that particular student attended, and how many courses they have buy. Okay, so ISI, what ISI did, ISI trained a particular model ISIE, on this particular data set. Okay, so this is a simple example of how the traditional AI works. So ISI trained this particular model, which is model ISI, on this data set. Now, what ISI asked this model is that, okay, I got this particular student S. So student S1, this student is a new student, but on our portal, this particular student attended webinar 1. Now tell me the possibility that, okay, this student will buy which course or what course, or this student will buy any course or not. So this ISI operators, right? They will ask this model to predict what will happen according to them on this student as well. So this model will tell, okay, yes, this student will become your student to buy a particular course on, let's say, EV, a course on generative AI, whatever. Okay, so this is a prediction based on your previous data set on which you have trained a model. So a model in traditional AI, model is nothing but a machine which is trained on a data and have some algorithms to identify or to predict the next occurrence. Okay, to identify the next occurrence. So I guess Dr. Bharat Raj, I'm an AI assistant helping Dr. Bharat Raj Sing, take note for the meeting from along the transition. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Cool. So this is the traditional AI mechanism. Now, how we will leverage or how do we understand the generative AI? So, generative AI is nothing but a subset of AI. So, generative AI is this a small portion of what we have in today's AI. So, we will call it as generative AI. Now, the prediction tendency is there in generative AI also, but along with it, what we will do, we will have the tendency to text, generate videos, audios, images, or any type of other content. Okay, any content. So this tendency to generate content is there in generative AI. Now I will not go in deep how these get generated because there are a lot of GPTs we will use other transformers or I would say there are generators. I will not go in that deep. Okay, I'm muting you. There is a noise which is coming. Right? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, there are different technicalities, but this webinar is not for that. So see, there are some technicalities in the core of this generative AI on which generative AI get the tendency to generate text, videos, audios, images, and all. And based on this, we also have the ability to communicate with the machines. So moreover, if you see from a non-technical background, what generative AI is giving us is the ability to interact with machines. Okay, so I would say here, let's say a person is there and this person want to take help from a machine, so he can use generative AI. For example, let's say for example, what I am saying, now I want to learn some new technology from what the technology I have never heard of. Let's say I want to learn about propulsion. Okay, so what I will do, I will open up one of the application which is based on generative AI and I will try to communicate with that. So what I am doing over here, I have opened up chat GPT and based on that chat GPT, what I have explained you earlier that, okay, it gives the tendency to for a human to interact with machine. Okay, so generative AI provides that tendency. So over here, chat GPT is having what I am interacting with is a machine. Is a machine. On the other side, there is no human. So over here, I want to learn a specific topic called as something propulsion. Okay, so or something else. Let's say I want to learn about generative AI. So I would say, what is generative AI? Generative AI. Explain me as a layman. Okay, as a person who don't know anything about it. So it generates some text, right? So who is generating this text? These texts are getting generated by some generative models. Okay, some generative AI models. So there are language models. Those language models understand your query, what you are asking. And again, I have explained you in traditional AI how traditional AI actually works. So in traditional AI, we have some trained data set over which we have trained our model. Similarly, in generative AI, we have a large number of data sets on which we have trained our models. That data set contains these kind of things, okay, these kind of data. Then a user asks their query. Based on that query, your generative AI model or language models generate some text which is relevant to these queries. Okay, now you need to understand that, okay, there are three things involved. One is what I am asking is the question. Okay, what generative AI generating is the answer, and on which model I am asking this particular question. So these questions are getting asked on GPT, Chat GPT. Okay, there is a model associated with it. So definitely there are three major things which is involved over here. So I would like to go back to the previous slide where I mentioned this particular generative AI. So in this interaction, thus what I have shown you, there are three things involved. One is a model, which is a language model, okay, used by ChatGPT on its application. Another thing is a question asked by a user. Aditya, will you please mute yourself? And third thing is a response generated by AI. Correct? These three things are there. And these three things is the whole core of generative AI. Now, if you manipulate any of one, okay, or the way any of one if you manipulate any of one out of these three, your entire process or entire scope of generation, the output or the entire product will change. Let's say I will take an example. Okay, in first example, let's say there is model M. There is one model M1. On that, the user is asking question in a simple manner, explain me generative AI. Okay, and this particular model M1 generates an output. So response is there, which is a textual output. Now this model generates an output which is in the textual form. On the other end, let's take another example. The same model M1 question is explain generative AI. Now the response will be a image or a diagram. Okay. So how to render these diagrams is a different challenge altogether. But what I am saying, I just changed the output formation. So I just changed one segment of the entire these three parameters, and the entire product change. One is if you ask anything, it will response you back in the textual form. One is if you ask anything, it will try to explain you with the diagrams, with the help of diagrams, right? So there are two things on this. So let's say if you tomorrow, if what you want to do, you want to change model M to M2, keep the question same, and response will alter based on what M2 is trained on, what are the capabilities of M2. So entirely depends on Manju, Madhav, will you please mute yourself? Thank you. Okay. Uh, Please keep track of that. Okay, you will be on mute. If you have any query, please raise your hand or put those queries on chat box. Okay, I will try to answer those queries altogether. So my understanding is that if you change any of three, the entire application model will change. Okay, let's say what I am asking is that explain me generative AI. This is my question, right? Or what I will do, I will open up another generative AI model. So one is this. I have asked this particular question, right? This is the parameter 2. On another model, what I will do, there is one another model known as Gemini. I will write down the same question, and let's see. We will try to match that the response from model M1 and response from model M2 are similar or different. Okay, we will see that. So over here, it starts with imagine you have a giant box, but on the other hand, it starts with generative AI, short for generative artificial intelligence. Definite for us now, what is happening? The output format is different. Why it is different? Because we are running the same question on different models. One model is from OpenAI, which is used by ChatGPT, and another model is from Vertex AI, which is run or used by Gemini. Okay, Google Gemini. So both models got trained on different data set in different formations they are trained on. Based on their training, what they are understanding, they will map that pattern, and based on that pattern they will try to generate a output. This generation process is known for the generative AI segment thing, which is happening around the world right now, which is kind of a companies are exploring these kind of things, and they are open for different opportunities altogether. They are searching for people who knows these kind of things. Okay, who knows how to train a model, how to fine tune it, how to write the prompts on it. So over here, my complete target will be teach you how to train or how to query. Definitely, how to query your problem so that you will get the relevant answer from the OpenAI. Okay, let's say I have write down that what is generative AI. Explain me as a layman. What if I will remove this layman? The answer will remain same or it will change? So definitely it will get changed, because every time it try to map your particular question with a pattern, and based on that pattern it will try to find out a relevant solution for it. So moreover, going back to the slide, I will tell you how things are happening over here. So over here, you have write your question. This question is known as prompt. This question is known as prompt. Now, your model takes that as input. Takes that as input. So this is the initial input for your model. Now, based on these inputs, model tries to find out some patterns. Let's say it found pattern 1. Okay, this is a pattern, simple pattern, which this model found based on your input. Now, based on this model, it tried to find the relevant text on which it is trained on. So let's say model is trained on a huge data set. Now, out of this huge data set, model tries to find the relevant data set out of it. This is the relevant data set, which is associated with your problem statement, which is your prompt. Now, based on this text, models try to generate a output for you. This is how, on a very high level, things will happen on or in generative AI. Okay, so overall, how I am asking my question plays a very important role. So I would say how I am prompting is very, very important for me. Okay, right now. So this is the very, very important part, because training model is not happening, is not something which everyone can do, or technically, or I would say realistically, everyone are not capable of training individual model. Okay, let's say I am saying Kiran want to train a model, or I would say Bharat Raj want to train a model, or Sanjay want to train a model. They can train it, but think on a large scale. Not everyone is going to train their own model, right? So this is a very selective thing. Generating response is again on the model side. So you are not the one who will generate it, but you are the one who will ask the queries to the model based on which it will generate the response to you. So what is in your hand? The prompt is in your hand right now. Now, for every one of you, it is very important that how the prompts can be written. Correct? Am I right or wrong? Okay, there is a question from Bharat Raj Singh whether answers will be different. Yes. Bharat, Dr. Bharat Raj Singh, definitely, if you see on the textual side, it will be different, but the answer will always tries to find out the solution for your problem. So if you ask a question, what it will do, let's say you asked a question to write an essay on cricket, correct? So what it will do, it will try to search for the pattern out of it, that what you have asked for. So it will break down the entire question of yours into chunks. Those chunks will be patterned out. Based on those patterns, what it will do, it will go back to their trainings, and based on its training, it will find out, okay, how many embeddings are available to that particular model on which it is trained on, and out of those trainings, it will try to find out the relevant pattern of words, I would say, or even sentences, so that it will generate the output for that your questions. Okay, so most important is how you are training the model, what I am going to teach over it. So if right my goal is to write the effective prompt. Okay, so I will write it here. The goal is to write the effective prompt. I guess it is clear to you. Okay, got it. Uh, so effective prompt writing. This is a very important thing in generative AI, and I guess I feel like that everyone need to know this. Why? Because most of the things gets polished out when you leverage yourself or you're working with the generative AI thing. Okay, a lot of thing got gets easy for you. Let's say I want to write some documentation on some technical thing which I have built as a software developer. So I will tell the crux of it, and it will generate technical or functional documentation for me. The only thing which I need to do, I need to cross check or cross validate what generative AI generates for me, and I have to correct it down. So there is a scrutiny which need to be done, definitely, because this is a probabilistic thing that what it is generating. But yes, if I leverage myself to write some kind of textual data or some kind of content, then it will definitely help me in performance. Definitely, I will increase the performance. Okay. So writing effective thing, effective prompt. So first major thing is, can anyone tell me what is the major crux of writing prompt effectively? What things uh, one need to be considered while writing questions to the generative AI? What I am asking is, if I want to do something on generative AI, what is the primary thing which I need to focus on? So first thing is, know your goal. Your goal is that what you want to achieve. Okay, if you want to achieve an article, that is your goal. If you want to achieve an email, that is your goal. If you want to achieve a documentation or some questionnaires, FNQs, that is your goal right now. If you want to gather specific information, that is your goal. Or if you want to find out the solution for a problem, okay, that is your goal. Okay, that you are not able to understand a particular mathematical formula, or you are not able to understand a particular scientific statement, you want to ease it down, that so that you can understand. That is your goal. So first thing is, primary thing is, know your goal. Okay, second, be clear and specific. How we will be clear? we will be clear if we avoid ambiguity. Okay, that means that I need to use precise language to ensure that prompt or my model will understand it easily. Okay, so I need to be precise in terms of instructing generative AI to do what I want to achieve. Okay, what is my goal? So I need to be clear, and I need to be non-ambiguous. Second thing is I need to add details. So include details. So these are the two things. Include details means I need to provide proper information so that response can be accurate enough for me to consume. Okay, let's say I am a news editor and I want to write a blog on something, let's say traveling. Okay, so I need to be precise and provide the complete information to the prompt that okay, on what things I need to uh, on what things I need to achieve my goal on. Okay, what are the specific parameters? So I need to provide the necessary information in the prompt. Then third thing is structure the prompt. Third thing is structure the prompt. Uh, for that, I will write it down over here. Okay, structure of prompt means that okay, first thing I have mentioned that what my goal is, what is the information around it. I need to tell that what are the parameters on which I want my response back. Then I need to add the structure in a manner that I will use a question or command to tell it down that okay, this is what I want to achieve. Okay, or I will write, I don't have to write the complex things all together. What I will do, I will try to achieve things step by step. Let's say I need to break it down, break the instructions in simpler format or steps to achieve the end goal. So this is how you can structure the prompt. Anyone else? Will anyone want to tell what other things I need to specify while writing a prompt? So if things are generic, then it is okay to not provide it the context. But if things are very particular, then you need to provide the context. Provide context to the prompt. Context means provide the background information, or you can provide an examples that okay, like this and like that, for example, kind of thing, you can provide it down. So providing the context will precise the generation of your output. Okay, because generative AI, what I have mentioned earlier is that generative AI take your prompt down and create patterns out of it. So it will break your prompt into segments, and based on those segments, generates the individual patterns. Collectively, there is a prompt, but if you see on the pattern side, there may be different patterns altogether for your prompt. And these things are mathematical in terms. Okay, these things are mathematical. So these are embeddings actually. So I would say if you are technical, you can understand these are multi-dimension vector. So these patterns are nothing but multi-dimension vectors. Okay, coming back to the writing effective prompt, I have mentioned 4 things. Know your goal, be clear and specific, structure the prompt, and provide content. Okay. Now, fifth thing is be open. Okay. That you can encourage LLM, or I would say generative AI, to be creative. You need to leverage LLM to be creative. So this is again, if needed, I would say, if needed. So this is an property which you can leverage on if you want. So if you keep it creative, then OpenAI will showcase you the rainbows of how the generation happens in the generative AI world. It will go beyond your imagination, maybe provide some extra context for you to do something. Okay. And sixth one is, next one is, put the constraints, proper formats and constraints. So put proper formats and constraints. What you are doing over here, you are limiting LLM to go beyond your requirement. So limit LLM to go beyond. So think it like the brakes of your car. Okay. So you never want to accelerate it all together in the entire life. So you want brakes, because you need to showcase, okay, I have to stop down, or I have to keep slow my car. Okay. So that's why you need to put limitations for the boundary, to create the boundaries. That's why what you will do, you will put some formats, provide the context to LLM. Got it? Next is, then I will test my prompt and refine it back. I will test my prompt and refining back. Now, this is the 7 things which I need to keep track of. If I want to draw an entire diagram, then the finalized prompt will generate like this. I have to start from point 1 to point 7. Okay. Again, I need to go back to point 1. I need to refine it back, and then again need to start from point 1. So this is how. So I need to move from top to down, then again go to the point 1, and then again need to refine myself until I achieve a better final prompt for my requirement. So this will be my final prompt. And you need to understand this. This prompt may work on model 1 and may not work on model 2, because the training of model 1 happens on different algorithms and model 2 training happens on different algorithms. So there may be a slight difference in the output generation of it. So that's why each time if you go, it every different model generate different output for the same prompt. Okay. So let's take some examples and we will see how to write a prompt out of it. So let's take this as an exercise. Okay. So I am giving you a objective. Please provide the best prompt you think of in the chat box. So let's say generate a short story. So this is the objective of you. Provide a basic prompt of it. Okay. So you can try it by your own. Over here, I will try to write it down. So on the above learnings, what I have, what I need to do, I need to tell the objective. Okay, so I will tell write a short story. A short story may be 400 to 600 words. So this is the restrictions which I am putting on, or I am explaining accurately what short story means. Okay, so you can take it either way. About a character, so I this is not open ended, so I have to provide the precise things. About a character who discovers a hidden talent in an unexpected place. Okay, describe setting, the character emotions, and how this discovery changed the life. So this is completely a creative prompt. This is a creative prompt. What I did, I leveraged the creativity factor of LLM. I have opened up it for imagine things altogether and provide a short story based on the restrictions or the definitions I have put on. So what it will do, it will try to generate the output for it. So this is, I would say, if you do creative writing, you can leverage these kind of prompts. So moreover, if my requirement changes, let's say from creative writing, I want to move to the informative prompt, I would have asked that, okay, explain me a small story of Mahatma Gandhi, how they helped South Africa to get freedom, right? Because this is something which is information driven. I have restricted it to be imaginary. Okay, I have restricted it to get creative. What I want to extract some information around some event which happened in the history. So these kind of things you can think of. And moreover, when you write your prompts, these are the 7 steps which will help you in writing the effective prompt. Okay, you can leverage OpenAI to provide or polish out your prompt. But again, for that also, you need to instruct it properly. Okay, even polishing the prompt needs a prompt. So this is kind of a circular recursion which is happening right here. So for us, creative writing prompt will be different, information prompt will be different, problem solving prompt will be different, maybe analytical prompts will be different. Okay, so you can think of your environment first, what your goals are, train it properly, ask questions properly, what your objectives are, restrict it if you want to, provide the examples if possible so that it will generate the specific required output. Okay, leverage it to be creative if needed. So it again draws things to how you are leveraging the part of prompting. Okay, because this is the only thing which is in your hand, other things are not in your hand. How output is getting generating, not in your hand. How LLMs or how models are getting trained, not in your hands, right? So as a mass audience I am talking about, the only thing is in your hand, like how you are asking the question. If you are asking a great question, definitely you will receive a great answer. What is the expectation of you around it, you will get it. But if you're not getting it around, you need to rethink and revisit your prompt, again try to polish it down. Okay, in the similar manner, what we have come up, So in ISI India and Blocktical come together to provide you generative AI application development certification program, where this is a live online boot camp for 4 plus 1 months, where 1 month is for capstone project. Over here, you will get benefit of features. You will try to get things on your own, how to train the model, how to fine tune it, how to leverage the prompting, okay, and how to build application around it. So this is the path basically. So we will build the Angular framework based applications. We will do the prompt engineering techniques, how different techniques basically. So what I have mentioned you today is very snippet of it. What you will get to learn is very a lot of things in that. We will do build the application which I have shown you, like Chat GPT and Gemini Pro. More than that, you can leverage yourself to work on what is your business objective. You can work on that. Even if you want to create your own analytical bots, or even if you want to create your generative AI based bots, you can do that. We will do some case studies, and we will finally do the capstone project in this particular course. These are the things which we will cover. Okay. So OpenAI, we will see all the models of OpenAI we will work on. We will see what are the differences, what are the key factors of it. We will see all the models of Gemini, Claude, Anthropic. We will see the framework, which is land chain and maybe land graph. We will see. Okay, land graph again. There is a one more framework. Then the tech from the technical side, we will work on JavaScript, Python, AngularJS, Node.js, MongoDB, and system design. In the end of this course, you people definitely going to get two certificates. One is from ISI India, another one is from Blocktical, and these certificates are valid with a certification ID, which you can validate all around the world for the 99 years. Okay, so these kind of things you will get if you want to leverage your understanding of generative AI and want to be the part of it in the future. Definitely, this is the right time for you to choose a career path in it. Train yourself to use generative AI to build over generative AI and to work around generative AI. So this is not the limited thing, but right now, this is the thing which attracts most of the corporates. If you have these skill sets from a very precise institution, or if you know things very well, definitely there are a possibility or higher chance for you to get placed in a more effective role, or you will get a hike. Okay, so learning it from the right person is very very important. So over here, ISI is the one who sees the entire workaround of it. You will get the hands-on practice. You will need to work on yourself. There is a mentor available to you all the time. If you have any query, you can question it to the mentors. And again, for the final instruction, when the training of 4 months completes, you will need to provide capstone projects. This is completely your project. Your from the ideation to the final documentation or making it live, this project will be yours. So we are the only one who will help you in building these kind of projects, and we will be mentoring you for your placements process until you will achieve what you are capable of. Right. So this is all for today. If you have any query, I am open to you. If you have any questions, please let me know. And ISI India, if you have anything else to showcase, please let other people know. There is something else also. Thank you, Professor Bharatraj Singh, for your validation. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, sir. Hello, everyone. I have some exciting news to share with you all. We have thrilled to introduce our new certification program in generative AI application development in collaboration with knowledge partner Lopticals. This comprehensive program is designed to equip you with cutting edge in skills and knowledge in the rapidly evolving field of generative AI. Here, what you can look forward to. Thanks, sir. Hello, everyone. I have some exciting news to share with you all. We are thrilled to introduce our new certification program in generative AI application development in collaboration with our knowledge partner, Blockticals. This comprehensive program is designed to equip you with cutting-edge skill and knowledge in the rapidly evolving field of generative AI. Here, what you can look forward to. In-depth learning, the program offers as in-depth understanding of JavaScript and web development concepts, the Angular framework, and the fundamentals of generative AI. The course spans over the 4 months of live virtual classes, followed by 1 month capstone project to apply what you have learned. Advanced tools and technology. We will gain hands-on experience with some of the most powerful tools in the industry, including OpenAI, Gemini, Notes, and Anthropic. This will ensure you are well versed the latest technologies shaping the future of AI. Comprehensive curriculum. The program covers the latest advancements of AI, including generative AI, prompt engineering, and full stack development using Angular or for generative AI applications. This will prepare you complex challenges and develop innovative solutions in the field. Certifications. So, upon completion of this program, we will provide the certification from Blockticals and ISI India. Additionally, you will receive certificates for each project you complete during the course, validating your practical skills and expertise. The next batch starts soon. We are having limited seats, so don't miss out on the incredible opportunity to advance your career and become a leader in the exciting world of generative AI. To enroll the course, simply send us an inquiry through the QR code displayed on the screen. Take a first step towards the more sustainable and exciting future in AI today. Thank you. We look forward to sharing you in the program.